tooth jewelry at a book event about reality TV might be too good for me to pass up.
I would love to like throw the lamp at the wall, break everything, and no, I won't have to clean it up.
And Bam's impression of him was like, oh, what are you guys doing? I was like, that's a perfect impression of Don Vito.
Welcome to the Hot House.
People who I don't really truly love, I don't worry about as much.
They have places like this all over the country.
Rob and I are very much in love.
Too many emotional strings attached.
Oh my God.
You're just trying to get your 15 minutes.
I like licking girls' teeth.
Oh my God.
Why did you go home?
Reality TV 101.
You kids have fun arguing semantics. I'm gonna go meet the professor regarding the alien test subject.
Welcome to Vanderpump Robs, a podcast with two hosts. Me, Rob Schulte, and Kate Shapiro. Hello, Kate.
Hi.
It's called Vanderpump Robs, but it's the both of us that make the magic, I would say.
That's true. I haven't thought about reality. I like made for this break.
This is important.
I was like, I can't think about it. And I'm just now diving back into thinking about it. And partially of what happened is my old drug dealer from New York, his wife watches The Valley. So he texts me every Wednesday to be like, the show sucks. And he was like, I'm so sick of everyone talking about Danny, a guy with a mild at best drinking problem. And I was like, God, it really isn't that bad. Like, I mean, it's just not that bad. Maybe I just know people with like huge drinking problems where like when I see them take like a sip at my wedding, I'm like, hide the car keys. Like, you know, it's just like, I don't know if we should like let this person have alcohol. I tell the bartenders beforehand, like, don't give them alcohol. Don't invite them to places that have alcohol. But whenever they talk about the horrible things Danny does with the ass grabbing aside, which I think he's apologized for, it's really just like he's annoying. He's like irritating. Now when they talk about it, they're like, oh, I think that he yells at Nia when he's drunk. Or like, I think like he's being inappropriate.
We're getting into the maybes. Yeah. Like,
he's like being really loud and obnoxious. And I'm like, you guys should know what real alcoholics are because many of you are real alcoholics. And this is the most alcoholic fight of alcoholics. And it's why the Valley sucks. It's like everyone squabbling about being like, well, I'm not a real alcoholic because Danny, he's the one that's the real alcoholic. It's not me, Tom Schwartz, who looks like he's often going to pass out on camera, or Brittany, who was ripping shots 2 minutes after abdominal surgery was over.
But she doesn't have a problem. Not at all. No, that's why it's hurtful that her friends are saying that about her, because she doesn't have a problem, and they all know that.
Yeah, I wish Kristen didn't backtrack on that. If there's something a Bravo show should discuss, it's someone having the drinking problem that everybody knows about. Because I'm sure that Brittany is the person where it's like, God, you know I'm going to invite her over and you can't have the open bottle of vodka because she'll rip like 7 shots while you're in the bathroom and then she'll pass out on the sofa at like 8 p.m. And like, yeah, she didn't say anything mean, but this really is taking over the whole event. And like, that's an alcoholic that we all know. And I would like to see more of on television because it's our moms and our aunts and our like, it's Thanksgiving for everybody. But no, she's not annoying like Danny.
The most annoying thing is Danny's like botched Botox on these reality. And I know that's like a very easy, everyone said it, but like, that really is the thing they should have been talking about. Like, what the fuck did you do, man? Like, that looks terrible. And that would have been fun.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sick of this. Is the summer of like, we shouldn't comment on people's bodies. Ariana Grande, like we shouldn't comment. You know what? I'm done. If someone's Botox looks botched as hell, I'm gonna say their Botox looks botched as hell. I don't care anymore. Like,
it's true. You shouldn't care. You're growing a body inside of a body.
And
you've got enough body thoughts.
And I'm gonna get Botox when this is over. And it won't be botched.
So am I. This is my thought, Kate. Realitytvisthedevil.com is where people can pre-order our book, but that means when the book comes out, we are going to be doing public-facing events.
Botox.
So Botox will
Public
be
Botox.
a necessity. Question, though. I found a new dentist. Clean me up. This is what I'm paying you for. But I also noticed they do dental jewelry. Do we need to get dental jewelry before any of our public speaking events for the book?
Maybe. What is dental jewelry? Is that grills?
What? Yes, but they could also just like glue.
I don't know if they're bedazzling your teeth. I don't know.
Well, they could bedazzle your teeth. Like she did say, like if you don't have the money for a full grill, and to be honest, I started the conversation, but she's like, I could just like glue some gems to your teeth if you want to do that, or give you like a gold tooth cap if you want. And I was like, this sounds too good to be true. Obviously, I'm too old.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
Okay.
I think it would make you, it would get your sparkle back.
I would be getting my spark. Yes, absolutely. And then you can do all the Botox you want, and neither one of us, it'll be like when, we'll just say this. Neither one of us can comment on each other and just act like this is how we are. Like, and you also should get like giant lips before our event.
I'm down. I think we should comment on each other's bodies because we're normalizing commenting on other people's bodies.
Sure, but I think would it be funnier if we didn't and just showed up looking ridiculous? Although maybe it would look really cool.
Well, like in the new Jackass, he got the lip injections.
The scorpion lip injection in the previous one too, I think, was pretty great to see.
I would do that. Why not?
So yeah, we've got the book. People should go pre-order the book. Some people got advanced copies and they're already letting us know how much they love it. So that's all I'm going to say for now, folks. Get your copy early. Make sure this goes into a second printing before it even hits shelves. Today though, Kate, we're going back to basics. And I have to remember, you didn't get to watch or at least talk about on the podcast that many of season 1 of Viva La Bam, and it was your idea. You went on a damn honeymoon.
Oh, yeah. It's all in my head.
Some of those episodes, well, you did a few of them with me before leaving for your honeymoon, but then like some of them we had some of the funniest guests. Like I remember Dead Blossom Jesse last year was just like, if you think Bam is hot, you have cigarette burns on your brain. And I was like, well, that is a highly debatable discussion because every other guest I had to start asking, is Bam hot? And it really became a 50-50. And not that we're here, well, now we're commenting on Bam's body, but.
Well, Bam, I mean, like, if I saw a picture of him, I still think he's cute, but like what makes him hot is he has like charisma. Like, talk about a drunk that you want to hang out with. And 2004 Bam. Like,
yes,
just fun. It seems like you're going to have a great time with Bam, no matter what. Like,
absolutely.
And that's what adds to the hotness factor. It's like, oh, I'm so excited to hang out with Bam. Not something that no one's ever said about Danny.
This is a lesson that if you could impart that knowledge into people that were maybe on the mid-level of looks in general, like, they're kind of cute or whatever. If you just say, you just need to act like a rock star and not in a like over the top fake way, just like have the confidence of one, you would be getting laid all of the time when you're like 23.
I'm sure Rab himself, who's like or like Yorn or the Yorn guy, some of the
Brandon DiCamillo.
I'm sure they were getting like laid, and they are ugly. I think Dunn may be the hottest one, but he's like, his grooming is all over the place. Like if he got a good haircut, he could be like model hot, I think. Yeah,
I think you're right. I also just want to point out that I know we both saw the new Jackass, and I think we might have talked about this on an episode. It needed Bam. 4 and 5 are just not the same.
Yeah, it's because Bam he can give it, but he can't take it. And that's a tension that the Jackass need. He needs it. They all need it. And it's so fun to rib him because he can't take it at all.
Yeah.
Like being afraid of snakes, it's like, come on, God, you can't be that way and be in these movies. It just
but like
can't-
you
it
can. He
doesn't-
did so many of them, but
Mhm.
like the fact that he's not in those last two is depressing. Like, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
Poopies is a great guy, but
Boring
I don't know.
Instagram. And also, I think Bam, it made me realize I think he came up with a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, he was already doing like the CKY videos and stuff.
Yeah,
And that
Steve-O's the one who's just like, I'm going to do it. But it was Knoxville and Bam, who I think were like, you know, the people who were like, I'm going to decide to, you know, get someone who's going to throw a softball or highlight thing at my nuts at like 1,000 miles per hour, which sounds like it doesn't require much brain power, but like, I don't know. I couldn't come up with it.
Let's talk about Viva La Bam Season 2, Episode 1, Castle Bam, which I didn't realize this was so early on in the run of Bam, but here we are. Aired April 25th, 2004. The blurb is, Bam wants to move and goes in search of the perfect house for himself and his family and his crew. And he decides on a castle-like house with a unicorn mural. They go to Amsterdam in this episode too, and then the house gets decorated. This is an interesting episode. Oh, but Kate, oh my God, before we go any further, I do want to let you know that do not watch House of Stassi. I finished it. Do not watch it.
Don't watch it.
It made me so angry. So watch it if you want to, if you know going in that it's the most contrived piece of shit you'll ever see. Like that might be a fun lens to watch it in, but it is no bueno.
Yeah. The only thing I heard about it, because there was the big, like, it kind of went away real quickly. And then all I heard was that Jax did that cameo where he's like, I feel like Stassi and Bo have a bad marriage. She's too mean to him and he puts up with it. And I'm like, Jax, I don't think you should be talking about other people's marriages.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no kidding. How's Lori? They just got
called the paparazzi on themselves. Yeah.
We'll just put it this way. At a place I eat at a lot. So,
the Laugh Factory? You eat at the Laugh Factory a lot?
No, that was the other path. They were also at Laurel Tavern. They were also
Oh wow, where you saw Dowdy there too. God.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that
and
you had the
Katie
same.
recently brought up on her podcast that she loves the wings there. I can't. I know. And I can't with Katie's podcast. They were talking about the Lindsay Clancy trial, and we're not going to talk about this. You don't need to be talking about this, but there are some people that in the reality world, I'll just say this, they are so afraid of the idea of psychosis that they will blame it on absolutely anything else. And I think that is because they know they are susceptible to psychosis because they are stupid.
Honestly, we should not even talk about postpartum psychosis around people like Kristen Dowdy. Like, I just, if they could know, if they could be like, I can do anything and blame it on this. I could do anything.
Oh my God.
I don't think we need these people knowing about that. Like, I think we should, like, China style, like, block their access to certain media.
Yeah. Or United States style as well.
Yeah, any government. The government needs to step in, is what I'm saying. Donald Trump, a
Save
reality
us,
TV
government.
emergency.
Yes. I mean, that's something he might get behind. Okay, let's get back to Bam. Bam's moving because his neighbors want to kill him. Okay. And I think as we noticed at the beginning of this episode, it is now snow on the ground in Westchester. So they picked up cameras for season 2, a week after season 1 ended filming?
I mean, what a time to be alive 2004 was. Like, you waited no time at all for the new season of, like, they
just kept going.
Yeah, just more apps. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah. And I do love it because we were talking at the last season, there's like an HOA. Like, they fucking hate this guy. He's bringing elephants through there, even though all of the kids and the families were like, thanks for inviting us over and not putting us on your TV show.
Yeah. I mean, there's always an asshole, and especially in this part of like nice suburby, he needs a lot of land to live on. And really, it's what we all want, a gigantic house with no HOA to deal with.
Yeah, we didn't have an HOA when I used to own a home, but I did have shitty neighbors that, I'm just going to put this out there, Kate. I work from home every single day. My neighbor with a giant truck would come home, blare his music from his truck, leave all of his truck doors open, and like walk in his house for like 50 minutes while his truck just played the loudest, horrible country rap I've ever heard. And I just know if I was still living there now, I would be getting all of the different versions of We Are Charlie Kirk playing every single day on his lunch break.
See, there's something about me where I can just like, I can not think about that. I can totally.
Well, it did shake things on my shelves. So
I could still block it out. There's something about being a man in your 40s that can also is driven insane by that behavior. There was someone behind us who does that same thing, except with like Colombian music. And you would think Colombian music is good, but it's like old people Colombian music with lots of trumpets and stuff. And he'll go until like 4:00 in the morning, just the entire house shaking. And I'll go straight to sleep. I'm like, this is fine.
Anyway, it's House Hunters Bam style. Bam's got 5 houses lined up, but he only visits 3 on camera. The first house has a rollerblade hockey rink in the basement.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. They immediately start like destroying the people who live there stuff though. Like,
also very cool.
Yeah. But they don't like this house because there's already neighbors spying on them.
I know. They're like, the neighbors are too close. And I'm like, these guys are smart. Like they know what they need out of a house. And we're done with that storyline. The rest of the houses, they just drive by and they're like, I wouldn't even take a dump in that house. And that's it. Yeah. That's the rest of the houses.
I love that, like, then we get the glimpse. He's like, oh, this one's perfect. 14 acres, as if he didn't already buy the house. We're just like setting all of this up for the show. And this is like a more quaint time. I don't know about you, but I actually just believed that everything was shot in chronological order. And he was like, oh yeah, I found the house I wanted to buy in 2004. Now, of course, in 2004, I was stupid, but I'm a little bit less stupid now.
I know that house hunters, like, they already know the house that they're buying, and then they show the other 2 houses. And I know that he'd already chosen what he'd chosen. But you know what? I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. And I don't care because the ride's fun, and it's fast-paced, and it's 19 minutes of every single second is fun. Like,
and
Don Vito, like, so many good Vito jokes in this episode.
Oh, this is a great Vito episode. If Kristen Doty was on this and pressed about it now, she would be like, oh no, that's exactly the way that it happened because these are our real lives. These guys know they're just having fun. And I'm loving that ride.
Adding people to the valley is a fun mental exercise to do here. Like, I would love Lala trying to like go. She would be the one who'd the first be like, I can go toe to toe with Bam. And then just Bam, like, literally saran wrapping her to a chair, putting her on the back of a pickup truck and just having them drive around town in like the 10-degree weather. Like, that's what we need in the valley, is someone who's going to do that.
More pranks. Like, if it was Jax, you have to stay sober for 24 hours. And if not, Brittany gets to like redecorate your man cave however she wants. That would have been amazing.
More stuff happened in this one episode than happened in like maybe 2 seasons of The Valley.
And
It's
there's
crazy.
like 2 montages of packing and destroying furniture, and we still get so much
But yeah,
more in
most
this
of it is,
episode.
like, throwing
It's
lamps.
awesome.
too.
We even get a scene of Vito like walking in after everyone's left the house and just being like, "Hey, where is everyone? Oh, pizza's nailed to this like cardboard cutout of me. I guess I'll eat that." That's a scene.
That's an Emmy Award winning scene right there. The fact that they were making fun of what a fat ass he was by nailing pizza to a cardboard cutout that they have of him randomly in the kitchen. And then he comes in later and he's like, "Oh, pizza. Like, I'm going to take it off this rusty nail that has obviously been put up to call me a fat ass." Like,
and Bam's impression of him was like, "Oh, I was like, that's a perfect impression of Don Vito."
I know. And I love when they bubble wrap him too, when he's sitting on the chair and they bubble wrap him and he's so drunk. He has a beer in his hand and he's just so drunk that like even if he wanted to move, he couldn't. Like,
yeah. He's like, "Don't move me out of this chair."
That's what they need to do to Danny. Like, if he's being too drunk, literally bubble wrap him to a chair. Like, oh my God. He can't do any damage if he can't move.
Yes. And he's just another piece of furniture. So they just set him on the trailer. And then I love this scene. We cut to April and Phil cleaning up their office. And Phil's like, "I'm making an important documents box so that I know where all the important documents are." And she's like, "Okay, well, I'll take this folder full of coupons and put it in this other thing." He's like, "No, it's an important document. Those are the coupons we have to eat while we're moving."
Such a
I
dad,
did not realize.
such dad content.
And this is such a good piece of Phil lore, right? Not only is his son like extremely successful in buying them a house, he still is addicted to coupon gambling. Like he needs his coupons. Oh, it's so good.
Good for him.
So good.
And then Bam just immediately sets the coupon thing on fire.
I know. And that's an extended scene of we start setting it on fire in the house. Okay, that doesn't quite work. So then Dunn takes them outside and we start setting them on fire outside of the house.
And it's great because, like, it could have been a tragedy. Phil could have cried. But no, it's all good fun here at Castle Bam. Everything's
now
a
I get
great
to just
time.
collect new coupons. Yeah, it is. It is a great time. Meanwhile, Vito's still drunk and outside, and Dunn decides to just like draw a mustache on his face in Sharpie and put an Elvis beanie on his head because it's cold, and it looks great. It's wonderful.
The fact that it's like also 20 degrees, like seriously, it looks so cold outside. And they have this old
That's when you have to stay drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing he is drunk.
I don't know why, and you wrote this too in the notes, but like, why is April attempting to pack anything? Like, I know she loves her little tchotchkes, but you just kind of got to go with the flow at this point.
Yeah, your tchotchkes, if you really wanted them safe, you would have moved them out of the house years ago.
Or kicked Bam out years ago, because nothing is safe in this house. And now when it's Bam's house, nothing will ever be safe.
Imagine being in your 20s and like you live in a gigantic mansion where you can just break shit and do whatever you want. Your like 3 best friends live with you and your parents, who don't give a shit really, but will just keep like restocking the fridge and like getting you food and ordering pizza and stuff. And
cleaning
you can pull pranks on them. Yeah, cleaning, like everything is just being done for you while you and your 3 best friends just like have the time of your lives. No wonder Bam never grew up. That's his big problem, is like why he was incentivized to never grow up. I would never grow up either.
No, neither would I. And you know, that is actually something going back to House of Stassi. The very few times she does talk about getting canceled, which they do not actually discuss. She has one thing towards the end of the season where she was like, "I was incentivized to act like a monster on Vanderpump Rules." And I was like, then what do you call this entire season where you've been acting like a monster and like getting your little talking heads and being like, "I'm going to put everyone together at a dinner party and like, I hope they fight. Like, that's the same thing. I cannot.
Yeah, they want it
any of
every
this.
single way. I keep thinking of it in the
Yeah.
city and getting just more mad at it. Like,
Me
it's just
too.
a
I
bunch of
hope it's
people who
canceled.
think, just a bunch of people who think they're the best at reality TV and are making just the worst reality TV ever.
Yep. Kate, I have, when we can talk about this further down the road next year, when you're back, I think we need to make some drastic shifts in what we cover on this show or on this podcast.
Well, Bravo's really, they have a fucking reckoning to deal with because the Valley
Yep.
is universally hated. Like, I feel like nobody
In
even
the city
people in
hated,
the
Valley hated.
Yeah, in the Valley, like even the super fans who are obsessed with it are like, this show sucks, and I have to
Yep.
force myself to watch episodes.
Yep.
That's not good. It's universally disliked. I don't think it got good ratings, really. Maybe it
I
did.
don't think so either.
They have a real
No,
problem.
I don't think so.
I mean, the Housewives are still doing well, and I don't know about, everyone says Next Gen is also not as good this season.
I don't know. I keep getting, everyone tells me I need to watch Next Gen, but I feel like I would be, I don't know. I wonder if I'm too old now.
You know what? I should share this note with you. I'm creating a note of like, one is like things I should watch during maternity leave. The only reality show on it besides Jackass so far is Southern Charm. All Southern Charm. The whole way through.
Okay.
But maybe I'd be
Yes.
on Next Gen. And then also like what to watch during labor, which you gave me the idea of Jaws. So now it's all monster flicks and like Alien and like people who are
Excellent.
dealing like with the same kind of things. Like
Yes.
just horror. Like King Kong, it's like he comes, he climbs, he topples. Like that's it.
Yes. Yes. Look, we're going to take a quick break, folks, and we're going to come back and talk about Bam's Red Hummer. Remember, realitytvisthedevil.com to pre-order our book, Reality TV is the Devil, and don't you forget it. Written by Kate and me. And it's hitting bookstores this April. But also, you can support this podcast, get all the bonus content and video episodes and all of that at vanderpumprobs.com. We hope to see you there. We'll be right back.
Jax is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Kate, Bam's got this red-ass Hummer.
I remember this from when it came out for the first time because I was so jealous. I thought Hummers were the coolest.
People started making fun of Hummers, and that's what happens, right? Something is very cool, and then it's not cool.
I mean, it's the haters, and they're jealous. Like, and also,
Yeah.
Bam is the perfect person to have a Hummer because he's actually going to use it for things that Hummers can do, which is pranks and stupid
Yes.
shit.
Pulling his mailbox off of the road and dragging
Very
it to his
cool.
new home. Yes. This castle is actually very cool. There's a world where this was not going to be cool, and it was like a medieval times wooden framed castle, kind of like last season. No, this is a cool place that exists. I can't imagine what it was before it was a house, though. Do you think it was just always built to be a house?
I think it was like, you've seen those houses that like clearly some like really rich like weirdo in like the middle
Sure.
of nowhere, Pennsylvania or Florida was just like, yeah, I'm building myself a castle. Like there's one in Dallas where I'm like, why is there a castle right there? And it's like, oh, a rich guy wanted to build a castle.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a turret. That's a turret in that house. It's a round
That's
keep.
true. And people don't live forever. And so someone's kids did not want this house.
And that looked like something someone died in because there was like the turret with the spiral staircase, and then there was the room
They
with
probably
like
fell off of it.
the green carpet and the like wallpaper that was floral. And I was like, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Is this like the sewing room or something? Very odd 70s ideas.
Let me ask you this, because there's the point where everyone's like picking their rooms as if it's a Real Housewives cast trip. And Rab wants the room that Dunn's like, oh no, this is my room. I'm taking this. What was so special about that room? Was there like a giant window?
Who knows? They have to fight about
It was
something.
weird.
When you saw it later, it didn't look that nice.
No, it looked
Maybe
actually...
it's at the top of the circular stair.
Oh, that could have been it. And then there was also like an attic that Brandon was like, I'm going to go in here. I'm like, I actually would probably take the attic myself as well. Because, I mean, Bam's going to pay for anything anyone needs in it. But yeah, there's a giant unicorn on the front of this, like, looks like a moat door almost.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
It's gigantic.
Yeah. It almost seems like a barn door, but it's the house.
Yes. Yes.
Which is why I think it's like a guy who in stages, like some rich weirdo, or maybe he was a contractor himself, like built these weird things attached to it.
And that like weird, what did you call it? The circular staircase? Is that a turret? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that may not be the right word. A rookery? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I was terrified that there was no guardrail, like a handrail on that thing. Because like that is where I would expect Ryan Dunn to die if it would not have been the car.
I mean, if I remember, they install a fire pole, right?
Oh, yeah. But now, see, we are getting into the point in Bam where I'm starting to go off to college, Kate. So paying for things like MTV was going to be difficult for me. So this is about the last season I got to see bits and pieces of. So you're going to have a little bit more knowledge than me going forward.
There may be a fire pole somewhere else, and it may have been a fire pole in the last house. I mean,
there was. They did install a fire pole in the last.
They seem like guys who would keep doing that. So
yeah, like, I loved the fire pole in my last house.
Yeah.
Definitely things need to get updated. And Bam's like, look, we're doing it his way, not your way, April. I don't want antiques in this place. Cut to the end of this episode where the whole house kind of looks like an antique, but in a different type of way. We do cut back to like where Vito is, which I find very funny, is them just like continuing to drive him around in like the 32-degree weather. And even, I guess this comes a little bit later, but they take him through a drive-through. And he orders like a large pizza and I think 4 cheesesteak sandwiches. What restaurant is this that you can order pizza and cheesesteaks?
And you drive up to the window. Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Oh, man. But Bam's brother's in town, the drummer for CKY, Jess Margera. And he's like, hey, I've got a show tonight in the Netherlands. Like, this is one of those, I think, much like he's already bought the house. We already know we're going to the Netherlands, but Bam's like, this gives me an idea. Mom and Dad, you're going to unpack everything and we're going to go to Amsterdam and do heroin and watch Jess's band play.
Sweet. But I'll
come
great. As well.
So they do this, and what we get is another great montage. This is the montage episode. Everyone looks like they're having a great time. Even April's having a great time back home, painting like grapes and shrubbery directly on the walls of this house.
Grapes, I mean, they didn't look bad.
She got skills. Yeah.
She's got skills. Yeah.
It's definitely not what Bam wants, but she's not bad at what she's doing.
If you don't want it to be destroyed, then don't make it for Bam. But
yeah,
that looked good.
Exactly. She keeps the French vanilla-esque walls, though, which did look like piss. The entire house does look like pee on the inside. Bam gets home. He's pissed, though. He's like, this sucks. I don't want any of this stuff that looks like the old, and I don't even want our old-ass couch from 1972. Time to just rip everything off of the walls and all of our furniture and throw it outside and set it on fire.
7-part reunion if the Valley people were doing. I was scared for my life. I had to go to trauma therapy afterwards.
He didn't even ask if we wanted that.
Memories. Yeah.
He just did it.
That was my dead father's curtains. And now they're destroyed. I can't.
He destroyed over $2,000 worth of furniture without even asking us what we wanted to do with it. And instead, he then sets it on fire, which was great. And they roast
Janet
marshmallows.
would be like, I'm going to sue him. We have to sue him
I'm gonna sue
now.
Kristen would be like, he just thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He just thinks that's what he can do. That this house is his. It is his.
Whenever I'm watching these shows, I want to do this so bad. Is just destroy a room. Like I see when I'm watching movies where like someone's in a rage and they destroy something, I'm like, God, that'd be so great. Like I would love to like, throw the lamp at the wall and like throw things out the window and like break everything and no, I won't have to clean it up. Like one day. And I'm not going to one of those stupid places where it's like, oh, you can break a fax machine. No, I want to be able to do it organically.
In the moment. It has to be a situation where you have no risk. Like it's done and dusted. It's paid for. Someone else is cleaning it up. And that can happen, Kate, if more people support this podcast and order our book. These are things that can be a part of our life.
Live show where we get Botox and then destroy a bunch of lamps.
Love this. This is great. The Strand is never going to know what hit it, Kate. That is a joke for any and all people listening to this podcast that might be hosting us for our book event. We're going to take our final break of the episode and we're going to come back and finish up Castle Bam. RealityTVIsTheDevil.com to pre-order the book.
Jack is so threatened by Rob. Threatened by Rob.
You kids have fun arguing semantics.
Bam gets his very cool edgelord interior decorator.
Yes. Is an edgelord, I guess. What he does is interesting.
First of all, we should say at the very beginning of this episode, it is the sunglasses, long hair, Chris Angel interior decorator that's doing like, warning, Viva La Bam involves stunts that none of you should ever do. So don't try this shit at home, right? That's the interior decorator giving that warning.
Thank God this goth, edgy interior decorator is here so Phil and April can't ruin the house anymore by painting nice grapes over everything.
Bam's cool edgelord interior decorator comes over to make it goth punk and also kind of pink.
And it's so purple. And it's so funny because Bam's going through being like goth, super goth, pentagram goth. And the first time I watched it, I remember being like, that's so goth. Like, my parents would never let me do that. And then when I saw it again, I was like, it's Barbie's dream house, basically.
There's chiffon on everything in this room.
Yeah, when he's like, you must hate it, April, because it's so goth, right? She's probably like,
He's like, actually, no, I kind of like what you've done with the place. He's like, no, you hate it. He's like trying to tell him to be like, no, we're making a TV show. Say you hate it. I need you to hate this. But yeah, he's got the pentagrams and the like Bam heartogram hymn band thing hanging.
Yeah.
And then also above the fireplace is a picture of that band. Hanging like Bam, I would at least think it would be a picture of himself over the fireplace, but no, it's the band he loves. Love the medieval knight armor though. I wonder if that came with the place.
Love it. I'm excited for the prank that will be part of that. I hope
we get 2 pranks at the end of this episode though, Kate. We get Ryan Dunn getting saran wrapped to his new bed at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, when he wasn't waking up, I was like, they're making kind of a lot of noise. Saran wrap is not a noiseless thing, even though they weren't making a lot of noise. And I was like, oh, it's Dunn. He's drunk. Because I was like, at first I thought it was April and Phil, and I was like, one of them would have woken up. But Dunn, I believe that he did not wake up.
I love that, like, the misdirect is he's being saran wrapped. They're going to like slap him in the face or something. He won't be able to get up. But instead, Bam saran wraps him and then just flips the bed over.
Amazing.
Amazing. And then Dunn's like, oh, I'm just going to go back to sleep until he realizes he can't move at all. He's like, guys. And then as the credits roll, we see Don Vito again, who's still bubble wrapped up. And they've just like now released one of his arms so that he could have a beer again and keep drinking, and then plants a sign in him that just says live animals.
R.I.P. to two legends, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Kate, do you have a MVP this episode?
God.
I was going to go with Phil.
Coupons?
For the coupons, yeah. But that's not very Bam-like.
Vito takes it all and he's like, whatever, as long as I got my beer, I'm fine. This is all good. He gets cheesesteaks and pizza at the end.
And he probably gets paid for being on the show, you know?
Oh, yeah. Vito, this is great news for him because I'm pretty sure he's a sex offender and can't like go many places. So good for him that he can get this paycheck, I guess. That's this
yeah, I'm sure they're just raking it in from this show at this point. But man,
well, you know, Bam is the height of Bam powers. Like this must have been Jackass. They were getting the biggest thing
then.
Yeah, Jackass was like the biggest thing in culture. Bam was at the top of like. He's literally at the peak of his life, is what we're reviewing right now, because it's all downhill from here.
Very much so. We strategically were not texting one another in our 2-week break. It was very important that we had our own time during that break. But I had to wait until like the day before where I was like, Kate, it feels so good to watch Castle Bam. Like after all the shit we put ourselves through, it just feels so good to watch Castle Bam.
Yeah, it's been a hard summer in the city, the valley, like the diminishing returns of Scamanda, the flop that ended up being.
Can I also point out, Luke was acting like a total loser and like, except for a couple of times where he just puts his foot totally in his mouth during the reunion, he was like not emotional at all and very even keeled. And no one was setting the internet ablaze that is Luke on a beta blocker. No one said anything about Luke being on a beta blocker, and he was acting exactly the same way as fucking Wes or Amanda.
Yeah, he's so annoying. Also, an alcoholic. And also, from what we get from the show, not only is an alcoholic, but like comes home to take care of his infant child while blackout. Like, Kristen gets mad at him several times for saying, don't come home blackout, like, when I'm doing this. Like, when we're taking care of our children. Because that is one thing that when Danny gets blackout, there are nannies. The kids are not there. Mm-hmm. Like, you know? Because I was thinking of, like, what driving is bad, blackout, like, and being around your kids. You can't, like, face plant, like, be drunk around your kids. But Luke, I guess, just gets a pass because everyone talks about how young he is. He's so young. He's like 34 years old.
Yeah, like he's not that young. Like this is.
Believe me, I'm 36 years old. No one is calling me a young mom or anything like that. But I hate that. Like
listeners, 5-star podcast review calling Kate young hot mom.
Yeah, people will think it's MILF podcast, and that will be better.
Hey, that'll probably get us more downloads, but you know.
But yeah, there's stuff going on in the non-HOA neighborhood that's very loud.
I don't mind, and we're gonna be just fine. And the listeners don't mind, and the listeners are all pre-ordering our book at realitytvisthedevil.com. We're glad to be back, folks. We will see you soon. We're on the countdown. Kate's going to be taking a break here soon, folks, so get your Kate in while you can. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. And we'll see you next time at Vanderpump Robs. Goodbye.